raw spending power is the CHIPS and Science Act. It was signed by President Biden in August of 2022 with the major goal of reshoring the manufacturing of semiconductor chips, especially the more sophisticated chips used for military and intelligence purposes. Around 75% of overall chip production today is in East Asia. The CHIPS Act is designed to bring a big chunk of that production back to the U.S. Here is Biden from his recent State of the Union address.
We're going to make sure the supply chain for America begins in America.
The CHIPS Act was passed with bipartisan support. Armando had a lead role in the negotiations. For a time, it was not looking good.
I mean, that was so dead. So dead. In fact, there was a point where Mitch McConnell tweeted out, "CHIPS is dead," or something to the effect of that. And it prompted me to call him again and say, no, it can't be dead. What can we do to resurrect it? What does it have to look like? And I spent that entire weekend actually on the phone with Republican senators, essentially saying, what do we have to do to make this happen?
And what did you need to do? What did it need to look like?
We reduced the scope of the bill.
Okay.
So that's what we did. In short, I won't go into the weeds, but we reduced it to the bare essence of investments in chips and science and technology. The Republicans in the Senate just needed a win. They needed to look like they were skinning this bill down so it wasn't a liberal wish list.
Ultimately, 17 Republican senators and 24 Republican House members voted for the bill. The final version allocates $50 billion in subsidies, including tax credits and grants, to be distributed by the Commerce Department. To be fair, a large sum of private capital, some $200 billion, has already been pledged in this direction in anticipation of the government incentives. But with this new tranche of government money, firms will apply for funds to not only build chip manufacturing facilities in the U.S., but also to boost research and training programs. So, what would success look like?
Success 10 years from now looks like, the United States university system pumping out 1 million electrical engineers a year, high school students all over the country learning the skills to join the semiconductor industry, producing enough chips in the United States, reshoring a lot of the supply chain, making sure we're getting our critical minerals from allies.
So, critics of this idea, and they come from a variety of angles, one line of argument is that this is just a kind of corporate welfare on steroids, that even though theoretically smaller and less leveraged firms could win these bids and these grants, that probably it will be more of an Intel bonanza and so on. So tell me what you're doing to ensure that's not the case.
This isn't corporate welfare. This is an investment to achieve a set of national security goals to keep America safe. Right now, it is not safe that we buy 90% of sophisticated semiconductors from one company in Taiwan. Not safe, not good. The United States military needs access to those chips. You mentioned Intel. There are a small handful of companies in the world that can make leading-edge sophisticated semiconductor chips. I'm not going to pretend that there's a lot of startups in the business of manufacturing at scale leading-edge chips, because there aren't. So these big companies, Intel, Taiwan Semiconductor,